That's okay. Within like the first 2 steps he took.
Really?
Under saddle. There was a definite extension in his stride, and he just felt like we were really going somewhere. It felt like a whole new level of freedom. And like I said, I've ridden this horse enough to know him really well and how he moves. And it was completely instant. It was really obvious there was a huge change, like right off the bat.
So you think we ought to make barrel racing saddles in our formula?
Absolutely. The freedom of movement and the ability for them to lift their back and to completely extend their body and reach out with their shoulders will absolutely make a huge difference as far as shaving time off the clock and being competitive. I'm certain of it. So
all right. You said he offered the canter, which is something he doesn't usually do.
Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't normally, he's a little bit on the impulsive side. He's a horse that I'm working with and kind of rehabilitating. But despite that, when I raise my energy, it's not really normal for him to just offer a canter right off the bat, especially, but he just wanted to kind of lift and round up into that space that's there for him to round into, like he hasn't really offered before. So it felt wonderful.
Well, impulsion, behavioral impulsion can come from saddle issues.
Oh yeah,
too.
Absolutely. Yep.
I would certainly be impulsive if I were pinched back there.
Yes, definitely. So I can just tell a big difference already. He feels great.
Thank you, Heather. This is very exciting.
You bet. Thank you.
What were you saying about the horn?
Well, the horn is prominent enough where, like, as a barrel racer, we don't necessarily use the horn to hang on necessarily or for balance. I mean, maybe there's a rare horse that comes in handy for, but essentially we want to transfer our weight deep into our seat, and that helps our horse really utilize their hind end and elevate their front end. And we want to be secure and snug in the saddle, but we also want to have freedom of movement so we can get up out of it when needed to encourage and lift our energy up to kind of help our horse leave the turn as well. So
you want to be well balanced to feel secure, but not feel like you have to be locked in so you can't be fluid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And but this saddle feels really comfortable, and like I was saying, it's not about just having balance in a run, but it's in all the hours that we spend in training and, just comfort and balance for developing our horses in general, not just in competition. We really need something that's suitable for the whole picture, for ourselves and for our horses to reach everyone's potential. So
thank you. All right, when at the walk, he's able to track up. His hind foot is able to reach where his front foot just took off. Yep. All right, if you'll ask him for a trot, please, Sandy. Does he move into the trot with his body and core, or does he act like he's not comfortable, and in which case his head may nod up a bit? So this horse has an injury in the right fore. You've already determined. But still, it's fairly fluid trot, even given his injury, huh? Okay. Sandy,
Go viral now.
what did you and Apollo feel?
I noticed a large difference in the figure eights versus this saddle versus mine. Is in this saddle, he was reaching out with the inside leg and driving under himself, or with the other saddle, he was balling up and just pivoting over instead of making it a smooth turn.
Great. A good plan for a barrel turn.
Very much so, yes. And that's what I would look for, is that move when I'm doing my barrel work. Is to feel that fluent movement, not the stall out and then roll over.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the most work he's done in 2 months. But he feels more fluent in all of.
He feels more fluid. Yeah.
Right. I mean, he's more fluent in when I ask him to pivot around, even though I'm asking him to bridle up, he's staying fluent.
Yeah.
And the roll ball, yeah.
And this horse is how many hours old, and how many hours has he been in the saddle he couldn't trust? So he's still experimenting
Right,
with a do
yes.
I dare. So you
Yes.
can just imagine it getting better and better.
And normally to bridle him up, I use a snaffle bit and draw reins. And he's bridling up without being forced to do it,
Yeah.
just by being asked.
You race with a tie down.
No.
A lot of girls do that.
Yes.
Most of them.
Yes. That horse, I
Licking
run him in a bonnet,
And
in a
chewing.
chain bonnet. But
All right, Apollo.